I love LegalMatch. It brings a variety of clients to the table with me. Not every opportunity turns into something that I can help with, but I always know that if I get a client or a prospective client on the phone, we can talk through their situation, and it may be something that they can handle on their own. It may be something that I can jump in and help manage, or it may be something that I can refer to another colleague. But I know that the variety of challenges out there are always going to be something that I can help people with, and it's going to keep my practice fresh, and it's going to keep me engaged in working with people that really truly need help. I would say LegalMatch brings qualified, ready, engaged people to the discussion early. These are not clients that are looking for some help in the future. These are pretty much immediate need clients. And, there's a range of things that they can or can't afford. But I always think that the quality of the opportunities is probably one of the highest, highest and best aspects of working with LegalMatch. During COVID, people just simply aren't able to get out and, meet directly one-on-one with a lot of different attorneys. And I always advise people to, don't just jump with the first advisor that you talk to, because, the quality of our knowledge is what I'd say the price of admission for being an attorney. But the difference is how we relate to the client, what services we provide, making it easy to work with the client. And LegalMatch really helps connect people in real time without having to get in the car, drive downtown, find parking, do all those things. So LegalMatch really is a way to connect the need to the resources and still be able to keep a practice going, and especially for clients, to be able to have the comfort that somebody is there for them. For me, it's been a significant increase in business. While other attorneys have seen a dip in business during COVID, LegalMatch has really helped me accelerate my practice. The LegalMatch features that I like the best are the mobile app. I can get an alert within seconds or minutes of a client need coming into my area of practice, and I can evaluate that. And if it's an immediate need, I can respond immediately. If it's something that I can wait until I get maybe back to my desk, I'll know that. But again, it's top of mind. So I think the features of the web app are fantastic and completely duplicated in the mobile app. So, being able to review opportunities, determine if it's something that's in my area of practice and area of specialty, and then quickly be able to get the right answer out to that person. My account manager was great. The onboarding process was easy. It was seamless. She was able to help me, create draft responses to the different practice areas that I have, and really have those at hand, ready to go. So the onboarding work to be able to get my message and my branding and my character to come through to those initial contact responses was phenomenal. You can't say enough about that. And the people are there when I need them. Early on, it was a once a week check-in just to make sure things are going well and to give me some areas of improvement. And then after that, it's really an as need basis. She does call me every once in a while. Always is polite to get on my schedule ahead of time when she can. But I also have an open phone policy. So, call me if there's something that I need to be doing better. And she knows that, and it's been a breeze to work with my account manager. I get leads from LegalMatch multiple times a day, and it's weird if you're like me and you enjoy the real-time connection. not only do I get multiple leads a day, but they come in overnight. They're there for me in the morning whenever I wake up. It's really, it's easy to manage, but there is significant volume and traction. I'd say about 40% turn into clients because I'm careful to pick the ones that I respond to. One of the things that has been really successful for me is the basic responses from that I can send through LegalMatch are great in order to get the conversation started. But LegalMatch allows me to be able to reach out directly via either a phone call or email. And I would say that, once I have either a video call or a phone call after an email with a client, my close rate is 80% or better. There's no comparison. LegalMatch gives the right qualified candidates. I was with a competitor for a while and honestly didn't make anywhere near my investment back. And LegalMatch has completely paid for itself time and again over every month. I think LegalMatch does a good job of letting clients tell us their story, giving us enough information to be able to understand the background and financials and readiness and capability, but it really gives us a chance to get that first insight into a client's story, because we are in the people business, and no matter what area of law you practice, there's always a person on the other side of that, and that person depends on us. I think the biggest bang for my buck with LegalMatch is being able to see qualified candidates that are directly related to the work that I do. So it's kind of like bringing a bigger needle to a smaller haystack. So LegalMatch, it does exactly what it says. It matches the right client with the right professional. I think just starting out with LegalMatch, the best advice I'd give is don't let somebody else handle it for you. If you are really wanting to connect with clients, don't let your admin or don't let your paralegal be the first call that they get. There's a lot of ways to automate those emails or text message responses with your own words, your own character, your own personality. But once you get somebody on the phone, it really needs to be you. And that's the thing that I get feedback from my clients all the time, which is, wow, I didn't expect to talk to Ed. I thought I was going to get, his paralegal. And I think that people want to talk to the person that's going to help them. So if I were giving some advice, the best piece of advice I would give is, if it's you that you're selling, and if it's you that are the expert, then it's you that should be on the phone call with that client the first time. I would say think about the area of practice that you're really focused on. And it doesn't have to be your main area of practice. For me, my biggest main area of practice prior to LegalMatch was elder law, which is Medicaid benefits, Veterans Affairs, veterans benefits, asset protection. And I chose to go a different route with LegalMatch, which was family. And I know that that's a complementary piece to my elder law practice, because the sandwich generation is worried about their kids, they're worried about themselves, and they're worried about their parents. And so if I can help somebody with an elder law issue, then they're going to remember that, well, maybe they need a will or an estate plan. And then the other side, if I get a LegalMatch client that has a child support issue or a child custody issue, then when I do the right thing for them and bring a solution to the table, they're going to remember me for when they need to work with mom and dad on getting into a nursing home. I'd say have a lot of support system behind you. LegalMatch does exactly what it says. It matches the right people with the right professional, but there's a lot of right professionals out there for you. There's a lot of fish in the sea. So, clients are savvy. They're online and getting connected via LegalMatch, but they're also looking at you in the other areas. So make sure that your website is top notch. Make sure that if you blog and have resources available to clients, such as ebooks or other, that they're relevant, that they're accessible, that they are not difficult to access and understand and work with. The more a client sees the you in their research, the more likely they're going to feel a connection and a comfort. Because again, these are some of the most important things that people will ever do with their life whenever they hire an attorney. And I think being able to have that marketing support system around you with your social media presence, your website, and any specific blogging that you do that speaks to that practice area, I think those all supplement and support your LegalMatch experience.